We're joined now by former CFL player Wayne Moore. He's an artist, a visual artist, and some of his work is on display this month for Black History Month at the St. Catharines Public Library. Wayne, how did that come about, that arrangement?
Oh, actually, I received an email from one of the representatives from the library, I believe, and his name is Brian. He sent me an email, and actually I had some other people. Natasha from Black 0905.
Natasha Bell.
Yes, she's amazing. She always sends me opportunities, local opportunities. So that one stood out to me. I was outside the country at the time, but as soon as I got back, I jumped on it as soon as possible.
How did you choose your pieces that ended up going to the library?
It wasn't tough. Actually, I gave 5 pieces, but only 3 were chosen. But a lot of my work is a representation of this Black excellence in my culture and my community, right? So that's just what's natural to me, and it's easy to select those because that's what my work is based on.
You went to University at McMaster,
Yeah.
played football,
Yeah,
5 years in the CFL
yeah,
as a running back.
yeah.
But through it all, you were always creating. You were always interested in art.
Mm-hmm.
When did that bug hit you?
2019. Well, 2019 specifically because that's when I started creating every time I left the field. And my roommates, they kept encouraging me. Like, I would just kind of paint to myself and then put the paintings away in the cupboard. And they would pull them out and say, "Why are you hiding this?" And they encouraged me to share it with the world. And from then, the reciprocation that I got from everyone else just encouraged me to keep showing it and sharing it. Because now that I realize that art is something that is very empowering and it can change a lot of things. And I feel like that's the objective I take when I create.
So how did it change you? How did it change Wayne Moore?
It made me dive deeper into myself and see myself beyond just a football player. I feel like there was a period of time when my career started to elevate, and I wouldn't say it consumed me, but that's what my main focus was, which is okay.
So that grounded you then? Going back to the art, it grounded you?
Absolutely. I would say there's a piece I created that is very special to me called Balance. And it was a representation of myself, and it just kind of shows and represents that art and football within that piece is me. It's who I am. I don't brand art. It's me who I put on the forefront every time because art is a part of me, football is a part of me, and I give back however I can with using those as my tools.
You've never been here in the studio before, but you've been on our show because we went out, The Source went out and covered one of your events at the Niagara Falls History Museum. Lend a Hand, tell me about that one. That's an incredible, it's more than an artwork, I think. It's a community effort.
Exactly. So for me, Lend a Hand is a special project to me. It definitely put me outside of my comfort zone because, you know, I was more reserved, more quiet, kind of made my work speak for itself, but it allowed me to really get out there, engage with the community, and people from all different cultures, different age groups came out, and each week the numbers just kept growing. The word kept spreading, and the objective of the piece was to allow everyone to literally lend a hand, put their hand on the piece, and leave their signature and let them know that I truly believe everyone's an artist, and they give them that platform to show that.
How do you express, I guess, the Black experience in your art?
For me, that's what I know, that's who I am, right? But I like to put on the forefront. Whenever I hear Black history, from my perspective, a lot of times it's negative connotations that are attached to it. And I truly believe that I have the opportunity, like I said before, art is very powerful. So I use art as a tool to kind of show Black excellence. There's different variations, there's all sorts of excellent things that we do. And I feel like art is a great way to represent that and show that.
I think that's an important part about Black History Month.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, part of it is recognizing all the wrongs that were done for centuries to Black populations.
Yeah.
But really, we've got to turn that around now and start talking about Black excellence.
And for me, it's not necessarily, yes, I know Black History Month is very monumental, but for me, it's every day. It's not specifically in one month, it's every single day, because that's who I am, that's what I represent, and I can't just, when the month is over, it's not like things change for me. It continues all throughout my life, right? So I use art as my tool to show that and to highlight the excellent things that we're capable of, and not only just Black people, but just the world, us as people.
How important is it for cities like St. Catharines and Niagara Falls to hold these Black history events?
Very important. I feel like it's very informative, and the more you learn, I feel like the better things will be.
What are you working on these days? Do you have a specific couple of pieces that you're working on?
I'm actually, right now, I've shared it with a couple of friends, but there's a show coming up on Saturday. It's called Prototype, and I've been saying to a couple of
That's fashion and art, is it
yes,
not?
Yes. I've been saying to a couple of my friends that this is the piece that I'm going to be showing there is the best piece I've ever created. The best piece I've ever created, because I say this because I've truly poured into it. I didn't really go into this piece thinking of exterior inputs and other people's thoughts. I poured myself into it unapologetically, and I feel like it's a great representation of me, people that look like me, and how we view the world, and just the game, the simple thing. I'll give you a little hint. The comparison between chess and checkers, whereas checkers can just be viewed as a game, whereas chess is respected with critical thinking and a way of life.
Very intriguing. It's at the Niagara Falls Exchange this weekend.
Yes.
Wayne Moore, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, sir.